Hi, welcome to Range and Country. I'm Lawrence.
And I'm Peter.
And we're here to bring you the Reximex Myth, a compact little hunter.
Ah, what do you say, hunter? I reckon you're missing a trick there. I think it's a bit of everything, this one.
Okay, let's see what it is and let's get into it. So, into features then. What have we got? We'll start at your end. What have we got on that button?
Right, now we have an adjustable butt, which will go up and down.
So this is the same butt pad, butt plate system as the NPO2, as the Kral NPO2.
Yeah.
It is extendable and it's adjustable vertically, which is very impressive. I think it's going to be one of the first times that we're going to say this, and we're going to repeat ourselves quite a lot. There's quite a lot of kit on this rifle for not too much money.
There's quite a lot of features, aren't there? Yeah. Yeah.
What else have we got underneath there?
Right. Now, as well as being adjustable for up and down, it is adjustable for in and out, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think there's 2 Allen screws there. I think we've got about 1 inch to play with there.
Yeah.
Length of pull is adjustable from about 13 inch to about 14 inch, isn't it, roughly? Yeah. When we talk about the length of pull, we talk about the distance from the butt pad there to the trigger blade. And we've got a cylinder under there, haven't we? But we've got a nice piece of synthetic on it to warm it up, keep it from being, you know, on a winter's day. If you are out in the woods, or even if you're out on the range, putting your cheek onto that's going to be pretty chilly.
Yeah. So the cheek piece itself is obviously the synthetic. Yeah. What we've got, one of our gripes on the BRK Ghost, that was what it was. I think it was. Because it's all metal, because all the bits that you hold is all metal.
Yeah.
When it's cold, that gets cold.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you put your cheek on it, you breathe on it, all the condensation will just make that dripping wet.
Yeah.
So yes, it's nice that they sort of finish it off with that synthetic stock.
Definitely. And on the bottom of that stock there, we have a sling stud.
Yep. Married up to the one on the front as well.
Yeah. Removable, I dare say, if you wanted to. But it's got a sling stud there. Moving forward, we have safety catch there.
Yep.
Through the action.
Manual safe.
Yep.
Obviously, a right-handed person will take it off with their trigger finger, and when it's off, you can see a little red. It's an O-ring. It's quite simple. There's a little
just
red
an
O-ring
indicator, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah. So that's nice and easy to see.
Now, I'll also say we've got an adjustable trigger on there,
Mm-hmm.
so you can move the as well as the height up and down of the trigger blade. You can twist the trigger blade on its axis, can't you? So if you want it facing, you know, turning more towards your finger, so your angle of attack of your finger is slightly different, you can do it.
I remember when an adjustable match trigger was an optional extra on a Daystate Pulsar.
I remember that.
And that was a
how much was that?
1,500 quid gun.
Yeah, but how much was the
50 quid?
100
quid.
Extra.
Something like that. Whereas
Quite
now,
a few of them are.
It comes on a sub sort of 400 quid Reximex.
Yeah.
It is also adjustable in terms of weight. So it's a 2-stage adjustable trigger. We haven't adjusted any from factory. This is just how we get it. And obviously that's how we do it for all of our rifles.
Now, I think to adjust this one, you're probably going to have to drop the stock off, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which safety catch off, which unscrew the safety catch, two-part jobby, pull it apart.
There's a single, I think, 5mm Allen key.
5mm Allen key bolt there, and it all come off, and you'll be able to adjust it.
Yep. Moving forward, well, sort of moving upwards, we have got a side. It's a side lever rifle. So we've got a nice big, easy to use side lever on the correct side of the rifle. It's on the right hand side. So for a right-handed person, you come off your trigger finger with it. And you've also got, just in front there, is a little power adjuster. It's notched all the way up. I don't know how many notches there are, probably a dozen, 15 or so. Generally, you're going to have it on full power. But it's nice to be able to turn it down if you're shooting in barns or anything like that, or you target shooting at close range.
Yeah, that'd be handy.
Also, so moving forward, obviously staying on the breech block here, it comes with 2 magazines. They're 14 round in 177 and 12 round in 22. Very easy to use. Same principle as like the Kral mags. And they're the same across basically all of the Reximex rifles. Sort of thing. We've also got a nice big gauge here that even you'll be able to see.
Manometer.
And yeah, exactly. One of them.
Do you know, I can see that. Yeah. I can see the 100, I can see the 200. It's got green sectors, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So is this really a 250 bar fill, this one?
Allegedly. Says on the cylinder.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to. It's
No.
non-regged, isn't it, this one?
Yes.
So I don't see any benefit to going over 200 bar myself.
Yeah. So yes, the colour-coded, it's on the side. I know we get quite a few gripes from customers saying that when they have gauges on the end, they don't like looking around the business end of it. Whereas it's on the side, it's nice and big, it's easy to see, colour-coded, it's nice and easy to use.
And it's quite interesting because this has caught me out a few times, hasn't it? I'll turn and go. I'll look at it and go, oh, 100 bar. It needs filling. So I'll go to put some air in it. I go, what's going on? It's not taking air. It's 200 bar and it's not taking it. And Lawrence goes, that's the regulator gauge.
Oh yeah, on other
Yeah.
we had it with the Reximex Pretensis as well. Whereas
We
that's
did,
got
yeah.
2 gauges on it.
Looking at the wrong gauge.
Yeah.
Easy done. So
Anyway.
yeah. So now, did you mention this dual rail?
I didn't. No.
Now,
What's that?
Now, we have put a 9 to 11mm scope on here because it is
9 to 11mm mounts.
9 to 11mm mount, sorry, corrected. But you can equally have weaver mounts on it because with it being a dual rail, it has the 22mm, roughly 22mm weaver rail slot on it. But on the top, it's also got the 9 to 11 rail built in. So you can fit what you want to it.
Brilliantly clever. If you've already got a scope, it's going to go on.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which style of mounts it is. If it's a tactical, could be a little night vision scope you transfer from another rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll go on. You've got a scope from another rifle you've just upgraded to this. That'll go straight on. That's brilliant. Yeah.
So simple and so cheap, but makes the gun just that little bit more versatile, doesn't it?
I kind of wish some of the higher end manufacturers would do that as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're getting into width of the breech blocks and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it doesn't look out of place, does it?
No.
You'd think it, as dual rail. No, I know Viroc, they are 9 to 11, but they give you a slide on weaver rail, don't they?
Yeah.
That you fix down with 3 screws. So a lot of manufacturers are going sort of dual.
Yeah.
In different ways.
Yeah. So moving forward again, I think we've got everything from the breech block. We've got a standard 1/2 inch UNF thread. So this should fit your silencer on. Now, obviously, when we were zeroing it, it's a shorter barrel, which short barrels are generally louder. It wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
If you were on the range, you'd probably be all right. Have someone sitting next to you.
You're going to want to moderate it in your garden, aren't you? If you add something with it.
Yeah,
100%. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get a nice little barrel finisher as well if you choose to keep it as is.
Yeah.
We've got fill port underneath here. Give her a wiggle and she'll come out. It's a Foster style quick coupler.
Show the top camera that. Yep. Nicely concealed in there. And that cap is held on by that O-ring there, isn't it? Just pushes on.
It's not screwed on or anything.
Yeah.
There you go.
Quite nice.
There's a lot of kit on this.
There is a lot of kit on it. Now, another thing, with the, I don't know if Kral were the first to do it with it. No, they weren't. Were they? I'm just thinking. Dual cylinders. So you've got the cylinder at the front and you've got a bottle at the back. Now, other guns have done it in the past, haven't they? Some of the FXs with a screw-on bottle, but no front bottle. Front cylinder.
16.
Yep. Pressurise the bottle, screw the bottle on, and then it just uses the back bottle. But this uses 2 lots. So does it tell you there the CC of the? Can you read that upside down?
380.
380 cc.
I think that's probably 100, and that's probably 280.
Now,
well, that's 300. And that's
that increases your shock capacity monumentally, doesn't it?
Mm. And it'll also improve the balance, because you haven't just got a big old cylinder around the back. You've got a little bit of weight up front as well.
Now, these cylinders aren't like this and on the MPO2. They're joined together with a little copper pipe in the underneath here, joining the front action to the bottle at the back. So if you do take the stock off to adjust your trigger, just don't be surprised that there's a little copper pipe in there. They've thought of so much, haven't they?
Yeah, 100%. All the little bits and bobs, like you say, obviously the dual rail, the sling studs are standard, the 2 magazines, and the quite big magazines as well at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you say sub £400?
Currently, yeah.
Sling studs, the lot.
Yeah. Shall we jump into, because it's sort of a tactical little hunter thing, let's get into the weight and the length of it and stuff and see how it handles. Okay, jumping into handling them. You're obviously the one you're in that chair, you're the shooting chair. You've been the one to zero it and shoot it more than I have. I've had a little feel, but not as much. What did you make of it?
Now, I wouldn't have believed that it was the price point that you say it is, to be honest, from shooting it and from just my experience with it. Yeah, from the results and from the way it handles. You know, I know we've put a big scope on it. You know, we've got a Hawk. Which one's this Hawk?
Vantage wide angle.
Yeah. So it's a very good scope, isn't it?
Yeah.
We just have a selection here, and
scope's almost as much as the rifle.
That's you know, we didn't have to. A Hawk fast mount would have been ideal for this, wouldn't it? But we don't have any Hawk fast mounts in the studio here.
No, we just got the nice ones.
Yeah. But extremely, it was surprisingly easy to shoot and enjoyable. Yeah, it really was. I found it quite well balanced.
Yes, I think the extra little bit of weight on the cylinder at the front end, it balances it nicely. You haven't got a big lump at the back, as I was saying in the features. You haven't got a big lump in the back, and it feels quite nice.
Yeah, it certainly does.
One thing we haven't mentioned is the pistol grip down here is ergonomically contoured, I believe is the phrasing. It feels nice in your hand.
That does actually, doesn't it? Have you tried it in your left hand?
No.
Yeah, it's contoured for both. So it's not leftist at all. Yeah.
Numbers. Let's hit you with some numbers. So it's 84 centimetres long to the end of the
It's quite compact then, isn't
shroud.
it?
Yes.
What's a pretense?
About a metre?
A pretense is about 104 centimetres, something like that. 105, yeah. Just over a metre.
So this is a sort of slightly compact, semi-bullpup. No, it's not, is it? No.
No.
It's just a short rifle, just a compact little rifle.
Yeah.
So it's about 33 inches in old money. That's with this on. This will come off and save you about an inch. I probably should have measured it with that off, but I didn't.
You're not really going to shoot it with that off, though, are you? You might put it in a case if you've got a moderator on it. You might whip your mod off, put it in a short case, bullpup case.
You could have used. They could have used that measurement to tell how long it's going to be in with a silencer on. To measure for the case, like you say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So take off about an inch of that if you want to put a silencer on it.
Yeah.
Weight-wise numbers, they're about 2.8 kilos. So it's solid but not heavy.
It's not a heavy gun, no. It does feel extremely well built though.
Yeah.
The synthetic, I mean, we're not talking about plastic, are we really? It is a kind of plastic, but it feels so much nicer.
Is that a song by Queen?
Is it?
It's a kind of plastic.
It could be a new song. Yeah.
Anyway.
Threw me there. Right, but it's a nice feel to the synthetic.
Feels quality, doesn't it?
Some feel cheap. and plasticky, and some feel quality. The finishing touches on the synthetic are very, very nice. Smoothed over, nice smooth edges.
Nothing sharp.
It's got a quality feel to it.
Yep. It does also come in the walnut finish. I believe it's a little bit more expensive, but they're around the same sort of price. Which are always very, very nice. Turkish walnut is always particularly well coloured. Turkish walnut's always sort of quite nice. So that's always an option for the more traditionals.
Yeah,
more traditionalists.
Have we got a walnut stopped version?
Yes.
Okay.
We just haven't got it out yet.
Okay. What else is there to say about the handling?
Feels nice, looks nice. Quite a compact little thing.
Yeah, and we're talking 150 shots, aren't we? So you're not going to be running back to the bench. It's not just that, like on a Viroc.
Yeah, but that's more of a dedicated hunting rifle.
Yeah. So you're not just relying on that front air cylinder. You've got the big boy at the back there to bulk it up as well.
Yep. Shall we see how she shoots?
Well, we might as well, haven't we? I know I've been shooting it earlier, zeroing it, and
let's give it a go.
Quite enjoyed it.
So here we are, ready with the Myth. We're all zeroed up, possibly, and we're all ready to shoot, possibly.
Well, we're all ready to shoot. I don't know about the zeroed up. So, now we're shooting today with Air Arms field pellets. Now, I was shooting this earlier, I was setting it up, and it was shooting okay. And I just happened to clean the barrel.
Just okay.
Just okay. I happened to clean the barrel with our Napier cleaning kit, and I was pleasantly surprised from with the result.
Big improvement.
It made accuracy. Quite a big difference. Yes, it did.
So I will just preface all of his shots by saying the trigger is 2-stage fully adjustable, but we haven't adjusted it from factory any. We often don't, or we never do on all of our reviews, just so they're what you would be getting from factory if you buy one of the rifles, sort of thing.
Don't know what was wrong with that first shot.
No comment. I
think that's out of pellets.
I don't know what was wrong with that first shot.
I'm going to load a few more pellets in that. Just have a few more.
A little bit behind the scenes. We normally load up before.
Yeah. I don't know why we've only got 5 pellets in that. But that's... I don't know what's wrong with my first shot. But, I mean, subsequent shots were pretty darn good. They even made me look like an average shooter, didn't it?
We can always blame the age-old... Oh, what excuses can we use, actually? You perhaps weren't comfortable because we'd had sort of 5-10 minutes of talking and stuff before the take. Maybe... No, that's about what I've got.
No? Do you fancy any of those excuses? We'll bring out a book of shooting excuses at Christmas. That will be quite interesting.
It'll be an anthology.
It'll be something. Deep breath. Now this is where the side lever needs to be on the right.
You're objectively wrong.
On the right?
You're objectively right. There you go. I just assumed that you were wrong. I think I've recruited a lot of people. I seem to get it quite a lot from customers when we obviously deliver around the country. That are sort of sticking up for me and telling me that I'm right, that it should be on the right.
I think it depends what you're doing. If my hand wasn't at the back here, I'd want it on the left.
100%. If you were walking around, if you were resting on a tree, then yeah, you'd. Yeah, I don't know. No, I still think you're wrong, but. The problem we're going to find now, folks, is we've lost the centre hole. So he's sort of guessing where he's aiming. Well, yeah.
So let me shoot for the. Let me try a little bit higher shot, clear of the that hole. There we go. Give myself a look. Oh, and we're out. Now, one thing I'm not keen on this rifle, and I think it probably is one of the only things that I'm not keen on this rifle, is that stud at the back there. Look, I don't know if you can see the back of my hand is red.
We can get still a bit.
Yeah, but I've been resting it under there, and I've had to be careful to move it right to the back because that stud's just in the wrong way. Now, if I wasn't using it with a sling, I'd whip that stud out.
Yeah.
So problem sorted. But it's in the you know, as problems go, it's not very big, is it?
Exactly.
Really? Yeah.
It's better than not having one if you needed it.
Absolutely. It's better to be able to take it away and not have it than
exactly.
Yeah, not have it and want it.
But otherwise, that will do the bit. It was.
I'm
bang
now.
on.
Just remind me the price point of this rifle.
Sub 400. Obviously, we try not to explicitly say the price on videos because a year's time, if someone comes to this video later on, price is probably going to have changed. So currently sub 400-ish.
That's pretty good value for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Shall we get into the
conclusion?
Conclusion.
Let's go for it. Okay, so we've seen how it shoots. It shoots really, really well.
It doesn't shoot bad at all, does it? Better than me.
What do we think overall? We'll just say that the nice little addition that's appeared here is the walnut version.
Oh, where did that come from?
Yeah, it wasn't a last minute. Remember at the end at all.
It is a nice dark walnut as well. That is, isn't it?
Yes.
It's
as I was saying to in the handling. I think is when I mentioned it. Lovely colours, nice deep stock on the walnuts.
Yeah, that is. It's if you're a wood man, wood lady, wood person,
wood other.
Yeah. Then choose the walnut. It is very nice.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeah.
Overall, I quite like it.
I think it's very, very good value for money. Normally, we come up with a few gripes with rifles. As I said in the when I was shooting it, my gripe was observation was the sling stud at the back that I would remove if it was mine and I was bench shooting with it.
But that's a 30-second job, and then it makes everything.
It is, yeah. But that's my own. I feel that's my only gripe with it.
Mm-hmm. It shoots really well. Obviously, like with most Turkish guns or guns that come from overseas, a little pull through the barrel, clean the barrel through.
Oh, it was filthy.
And then
it was filthy, yeah. Because they, I don't know whether it's the Turkish in particular, use quite a bit of grease for transport grease, or they don't know how long the gun's going to be before it's sold, before it's used.
We don't know when the barrel was made.
No, we don't. No. But it was filthy, and we would recommend. I think the lesson from this is, when you get a new gun, use your Napier kit, pull it through, get all that muck out of it, all that grease, and start afresh.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, shoots really well, balanced really well, not too expensive.
Yeah.
Feels nice.
There's very few negatives, to be honest. There's very few. There's one for me.
If you don't like the traditional the sort of tactical style, I mean, you've got the wood still, but I guess it's playing sort of devil's advocate. If you like a rifle to look like a rifle,
like a Potensis,
yeah,
like an Air Arms S400,
yeah,
traditional, yeah.
But otherwise, I think this takes some beating.
It certainly does, yeah. And I mean, the gun's shooting a lot better than I ever can.
Yeah.
But still impressive.
There you go.
Yeah, even for me.
Well, I think that wraps us up. I think that wraps us up.
Definitely. So,
yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching.
We'll see you in the next video.
Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, we'll see you then.